he says to Chase, have you ever tried just not eating any carbs?
I have, but it's almost impossible, especially if you're trying to lift because of the basically the physiological processes that we're trying to obtain with strength training, right? So as we go on, we're burning a bunch of glucose, trying to get ATP uh, for the ATP CP cycle, and having no carbs in your system and basically no glucose in your storages, it's impossible, man. You'll just feel like shit. You'll start to fatigue after the few reps. You know, you can probably get through your warm ups, but your working sets are going to look like dog shit.
Yeah, there's a whole kind of I don't know what to call it. If it's like a cult or like a fad, but there's seems to be a lot of people who seem to think that they can do this. You know, get really strong on keto, like basically not
Yeah.
eating any carbs at all and just eating entirely fat. And they talk about this thing called fat adapted. That once you're fat adapted, you know that energy, you'll start using fat as your primary source of energy. What do you guys think about that?
It's a thing. I have some athletes who do it, but their demands and how they're looking at their demands are very different. So if you're trying to run 30 miles a day, it's a little bit different than if you're doing what Chase is doing. I have some, whenever I'm any of my combat sports guys, whenever they're cutting, we do a ton of carb manipulation.
Did we lose
Yeah, I
Alex?
think we've lost Alex. Okay, all right. Well, that's
I
hopefully
don't know
we'll.
if I can finish this train of thought, but
Yeah, go for it.
so yeah, with the fat stuff, your body needs fats, especially your brain and the vital organs around it, like the visceral fat and stuff like that. That's very important. So you kind of have to mandate that and make sure that you're not losing too much fat too fast, right? Or otherwise you're going to feel like shit. Your motor functions, your cognitive functions are going to be shit. But I mean, if you have the proper dieting and you've done this before, it's easily done.